Holy moly. Apparently, OpenAI is scrambling to bring back Sam Altman as CEO. What a shocking turn of events. We're going to talk about that lunatic story here shortly. Ripple CTO David Schwartz stating he's seen a pivot, how institutions are going to use the XRP ledger. Pretty cool stuff. But before we get into that, everyone, including myself, thinks there's a high probability that a Bitcoin ETF gets approved and Ethereum in the broader crypto market. Well, an analyst at Bloomberg says not so fast. This round may not happen. It may end in rejections for everyone. And if that happens, be ready, because that close to the halving, that event likely would shock the world and send a pretty massive downturn on the price of cryptocurrencies. Getting to buy at such a steep discount this late in the cycle would be a heck of a deal. Now, the logic here is this. Yes, BlackRock was able to solve the problem with monitoring. We know the SEC wants that. But there's one more squabble the SEC has with allowing a crypto ETF. They want a separation between the exchange and the custodian. We saw this with FTX. It was problematic. There was no separation there, and it was easy for them to commingle customer assets and trade with their value and things like this. And so it's pretty sensible. SEC wants that, segregated. So you can't commit fraud so easily. You can't gamble off people's assets. Those are held by a trusted custodian or a part of the company that's not connected with the actual exchange. If that happens, again, be ready, because much of the world, they're going to get down. They're going to say, oh, see, even BlackRock and Fidelity, they can't get it done. It's never going to happen. Oh, no, this Bloomberg analyst is saying it's imminent. It's happening. But this may be the last round we see end in rejection because of that issue. May really be the opportunity of a lifetime if it plays out like that. And I hope it does, because I would love having one more opportunity to buy at low prices and then have this ETF stuff get approved on the flip side of the halving, where it really matters, when this market would already be bubbling, getting ready to go in a massive bull run. And then you stack that on top, man, that timing would be next to perfect. I'll have to see how it plays out. Again, big players are involved. They may get their way. But if they kick the can down the road one more, cycle here, not a major deal. They're going to get it done, best believe. Ripple CTO David Schwartz saying he's seen a pivot on how people like JP Morgan and Bank of America want to use blockchain. And luck would have it, this is exactly what the XRP ledger is good for. And the pivot is to RWA tokenization. That's tokenizing real-world assets. And if you remember back a few years ago, before this was all the rage, Myron and myself, we were using and testing this type of feature set on the XRP ledger. With, you can have gold and real estate and settle into dollars and euros and all sorts of cool stuff you can do with the ledger. That's what it's about. You can trade any type of value. You can bring liquidity to all sorts of markets. And this is a part everyone, I think, gets wrong. They say that has nothing to do with the XRP token. It won't drive value. But when you play with this feature set, eventually all value will run through XRP, because that's the best way to settle out trades. And I think it will increase the value of XRP over the long term. Thus is the design, the ingenious design of the XRP ledger. Yeah, you can trade any sort of asset. You can send value anywhere, but eventually it's going to settle through XRP. And I think it's going to be a game changer. And I agree. That's always been the specialty of the XRP ledger. And for some wacko reason, they ignored it for quite a long time. But I think we're going to see that grow out and be a big use case for the XRP ledger. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman may return after being fired on Friday. This was crazy. When news first broke, I said, there's no way Microsoft doesn't know about this. They're probably upset about the marketplace that Sam's rolling out, and he probably did that, even though he's advised not to. Well, maybe not. Maybe the board just ran a coup, and they forgot, you better run this by the one with the checkbook, the one, he who has the gold rules, and Microsoft rules OpenAI. Now, here's the issue. Sam doesn't seem so wanting to come back. And it depends all about what are his agreements at OpenAI. Because I'll tell you this, with the success we've seen at ChatGPT, if he's totally free to do what he wants, he can go out there, he can raise as much capital as he wants, and he will get a lot of that talent from the OpenAI team to come over to his side. They're not going to want to stick there at this lame duck company and he could build a monster where he owns a large percentage of that company and he could get paid. So Microsoft better hope they can bring him back, or this board at OpenAI might have just created a huge competitor. And again, that's going to come down to all their contractual agreements. Maybe there's something there where, he can't go out on his own. I don't know. But it might be the blunder of a century. When you look at OpenAI and the products they've rolled out, ChatGPT, the fastest growing technology in the history of the world, just blows away Facebook and pretty much everything else. And you fire the CEO? And you do that without talking to the people that are paying your bills in Microsoft? I mean, that's a captured arm of Microsoft. And, the whole board's going to be fired if this is a true story, if this is a true rumor. Man, what a blunder. And it's going to be interesting to see if Sam comes back. Now, Sam's already said, hey, if I do come back, basically a lot of those people from the board, they're going to have to go. He wants a shake-up there. I'm sure he's going to get more say in that company. They're going to have to give him a lot. But even if he's able to go out on his own, I bet there's nothing they can do to bring him back, because he'll start up his own company, have all the money he could possibly want, and it will be off to the races. And it would be a huge blunder for Microsoft if that happens. We'll have to see. It really would be the disaster of our lifetime if what we're hearing here is true, that it was just a rogue board that I don't know why they might have wanted to fire him. This is crazy news. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.